and welcome to your quick Hot Girl Summer Yoga Sculpt class. Emphasis today is on arm balancing, strengthening in through the arms, a little bit of core, but mainly arms and back. So let's go ahead and get right into it. If y'all have been following this series, y'all already know the drill. We're starting with our mini mobility warm up. So we're gonna go ahead and start with shrugs, my favorite. We're starting in tabletop position. We're gonna go ahead and make sure your knees and your hands are in the hip distance and shoulder distance here. From here, we're gonna go ahead and squeeze through the shoulder blades here and then expand through the shoulder blades. So little tiny movements here. It's like almost we're barely moving, but the movement comes from our shoulder blades in the back, upper back specifically. And it's very, very hard and easy at the same time to want to do this number, right? We're not chickens today, so we're not moving from the head. Do not move your head and the neck. The only thing that should be moving is, again, we're emphasizing the squeeze of the back and then extension. So flexion, extension through the back muscles just is a little bit harder to see because I am here on the floor in a tabletop in side view, but we're gonna be here for a couple more moments, a few more repetitions here. Nice deep complete inhalation on the way down, and then exhalation to spread your shoulder blades apart. Nice, looking good. Just really start to feel a little tiny bit of activation here. Last 2 reps right here. Keep that navel drawn in toward your spine. Last one right here. Boom, and let's go ahead and reset the spine, reset your feet, and we're gonna go ahead and now come into our arms. So we're gonna go ahead and come into a half circle, if you will, or a full circle, depending on how you view this, but we're coming into one side, half circle, and we're gonna go ahead and switch. So one full extension through the side, up to the side. Keep your palms down as we rotate and switch. Nice work here. So what we're activating here now is not only your arms, of course, but also through that shoulder and the upper back here. So we do a lot of strengthening today for our arms and our back and our shoulders. So we're just prepping for a lot of the weight distribution that will be coming onto our hands today. Nice. Looking good, y'all. We're gonna do 3 more on each side right here. Really taking your time here, really hitting the full range of our circles right here. Nice. And as we get tired, you're gonna feel like your arms are coming down a little bit more. So really making sure that your hands, noticing the awareness, not judging yourself, but just being aware, hey, my arms are coming down a little bit. Let's reset, shimmy it out a little bit, and then get right back into it. Nice, looking good, y'all. We have 1 more on each side. Breathing through, inhale towards the bottom, exhaling to expand through the arm here. Nice, and let's go ahead and slowly recover. Now, last but not least, we're gonna do a little tiny mobility drill for the wrists because we'll be doing a lot of bearing weight in our hands today. So interlace those hands. Imagine you have a beautiful wave traveling through your hands here, keeping the elbows nice and high here as we move side to side, creating a beautiful wave in the summer, beautiful summertime now. And let's go ahead and reverse the direction here of the wave, just like the ocean waves. Nice, looking good, y'all. So here you're not only gonna feel your wrists working and activating, but also through that shoulder and the arms, the biceps and the triceps here. Nice, and let's go ahead and now bring your hands together like we're gonna do a namaste, but we're gonna go ahead and do a lotus. So spreading your fingertips apart, my thumbs and my pinkies are touching here. Everything is spread apart here. Now, keeping your elbows closed here, we're gonna go ahead and do one direction. We're starting with the pinky side first. The thumbs are away from each other now, and we're bringing the backs of your hands together. And then we're gonna continue to repeat that. So beautiful lotus in one direction here. And this is like basically making a beautiful flower with your hands, I know. Nice, looking good, y'all. We're gonna do 2 more in this direction, and then we're gonna reverse it. Last mobility drill. Don't worry, it's gonna get nice and intense from here. Don't you worry. You're like, this is easy. Nice, and let's go ahead and reverse it. So now the thumbs are coming in together, and now we're reversing the lotus. Nice, looking good, y'all. And already, not only are wrists activated, but you should already start to feel your arms also really heated up by now. Nice work, y'all. We have last 4 reps right here. Breathing through it. Inhale down, scooping open, exhale for lotus. Nice. We have last one right here. And let's go ahead and slowly bring your arms out. Shake them off a little bit, shimmy it out. And we're gonna get right into the first strengthening exercise. So we're gonna go ahead and come back into either a high plank position if you'd like to get a little bit deeper, or you can also do this in a knee position, kind of like a modified version of high plank here. And option to lift the lower half of the leg off the floor, body weight forward here if you're down below. Either way, the hands are gonna look the same here. We're gonna do 3 pulses, so 1, 2, 3 on the way down. It's gonna look like this at the top. So here, we're making sure you're in a nice plank position. Elbows are hugging here. We're hitting 1 bend, hold for a second, 2, hold right here, and then 3, hold, and then push up for 1. All right, so 1 or 3, pause, 2, pause, bend a little bit deeper every time, and then up for 1. And again, if you're here on the floor, it's gonna look exactly the same. 3, pause, 2, pause, 1, pause, and up. Again, it doesn't have to go so low every single time, right? You don't have to go so low to a point where your back is gonna arch and you're gonna wanna do this number. Please do not do this, right? We're not doing this number. If you find yourself doing that, reset your spine and come back a little bit higher. It doesn't have to be super low for this one. The main thing here is as long as you feel your triceps and your shoulders activating here, that is the goal here. We're not trying to do super deep push-ups today. Little tiny activation and strengthening into our arms here. Nice, looking good, y'all. Let's go last 2 reps. Breathing deeply, make sure your elbows are close to your sidelines as much as you can. Squeeze your navel in a little bit stronger. Nice, and let's go ahead and slowly bring it down. Let's go ahead and reverse your hands, fingertips towards your knees here, and we're doing a nice little mini stretch through the shoulder, through the forearms here, and peeling your palms off the floor, one side at a time, just gently having a nice stretch and opening through that arms here. Nice. We'll stay here for a couple more seconds. And if any time it's a little bit too intense for the wrists, you can also turn your fingertips to the sides and potentially open up through your forearms and your shoulders this way. Nice. And let's go ahead and slowly now, we're gonna transition onto our elbows. So we're gonna go ahead and prep for our Dolphin series. Now we're gonna go ahead and place both palms on the floor, or option to interlace the hands here, because some of my clients, and I'm sure some of y'all out there, would like to take this variation, but it's gonna be the exact same thing, just depends on how comfortable you feel and how you like to hold your hands on the floor. But regardless, we're gonna be right here collectively in a low plank form. From here, we're gonna go ahead and just shoot your hips nice and high into Dolphin here. So shooting your hips back, kind of like a downward dog, but in a low downward dog, if you will, low plank version. And then inhale again to come back all the way down into our forearm plank. Now, if you're here and for some reason, right, you do not want to come into your knees off the floor, forearm plank, you're going to be on the floor. Exact same thing. Just now, you're going to lift your bottom leg or the bottom of your legs up off the floor, come in to a modified version. We're not doing a child's pose today, a modified version of a hip extension here on the floor. And then bring it up, scoop your belly in, navel draws into the spine to come back into your forearm plank on the floor with your knees. So wherever you are, no excuses here. We're all collectively right here. And if you'd like to get a little bit deeper in Dolphin today, you can have the option to bring your nose down to the floor, only if that feels comfortable for you. Do not force your nose and your head and the neck to go down so fast, right? Only if this is in your practice here. Nice. Looking good, y'all. Keep breathing through it. We have 4 more. Do not quit on me yet. Nice. Looking good. We're getting stronger with every single repetition. Nice. Looking good, y'all. We have last 2 reps right here. Nice deep and complete exhalations as your hip comes up, and complete inhalations on the way forward. Last round right here, or last rep. And on your next exhalation, slowly drop your knees down on the floor if you had your knees down. Let's go ahead and open your knees up into child's pose, hips nice and back here. Bringing your forehead down onto the floor if that feels comfortable, and just holding in child's pose for just a moment. Nice complete inhalation here, and deep exhalation as well. Nice. And on your next inhalation, slowly coming back into the same position that we were just in. So coming back into our forearm situation. But this time, so I will give a little bit of different options here. If you'd like to take a headstand today, be my guest, feel free to do it. But I'm gonna be doing a modified version of a headstand. So here we're gonna go ahead and just come in back into our forearm plank here. From here, we're gonna do a hip pike today, and we're gonna walk your feet inwards towards the center line. Now your knees and toes should be hugging here, and we're just gonna hold for just a second here. And if you'd like to get a little bit inch by inch closer in towards the midline, you can. So this is the variation of an inversion that I like to introduce. And again, if this is not in your practice, just feel free to just continue to relax in a child's pose here and just relax. Or you can just simply come into a forearm plank and just hang out right here with the knees and toes together. Or if those of us who wants to take a full headstand today, let's go ahead and come with your hands interlaced here. Again, emphasis. We are holding not on the tops of the head here. Do not put pressure here. We're putting pressure in when you feel your forehead bones. You should feel your bones right here. That's what we're balancing on, not on the crown of the head. That's very dangerous. So we're gonna go ahead and interlace your hands. You're gonna find your interlaced hands to the bone that we were just talking about on your forehead. And we're gonna go ahead and go past the bone, and now your thumb should be towards behind your temples, and it should be now cradling your head with the interlace. Now, the forehead bones we were just talking about is on the floor currently, so that's the bone that we're balancing on. From here, your elbows are close together. Your knees now are gonna be coming together. Really squeeze everything in through the midline. From here, we're gonna balance on your elbows here. Most of the body weight should be on your elbows. From here, inch by inch, drawing your feet closer and coming into either full version of an inversion practice or just hanging out right here with the feet down. Or you can also come into either one leg up off the floor and alternating sides here. We'll stay here for a couple more moments. Nice deep inhale through the nose and deep exhalation out through the mouth here. And on your next exhalation, slowly bringing your knees back to the floor, unwind those hands, and we're gently, slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae, coming up into our seated position. If you need a moment, if you're in the inversion or if you had your head down, you'll feel your blood rushing back into your head. So just taking a moment here, relax, don't move, just feeling the sensation, the heat in our practice today. Beautiful. And whenever y'all feel ready, we do have one last exercise to get through. And this is gonna be our crow. So from here, we're gonna come back into our palms and our knees here. To start from here, we're gonna do a little bit of prep work, just bending the elbows here. Inhale on the way down, and then exhaling to push up. Again, it doesn't have to be super low. The idea here is just to keep your elbows close to your midline and making sure that you feel a little bit of heat from the shoulder and the triceps here. And fingertips are away from you. Nice. And of course, our upper back, our shoulder blades are also engaged here. We'll do last 2 reps right here. Nice. And on your next exhalation, now if this is in your practice, feel free to take it, but if not, just hanging out in a standing or seated position and doing a stretch real quick as we come into crow today. But if you are coming into crow, we're gonna go ahead and shift your feet back now, and we're gonna go ahead and open up through the hips here. Now from here, I'm gonna cradle my elbows in my inner thighs, and from here, I'm gonna push my hands a little bit slightly back towards me, so I'm preparing myself for crow. Now from here, there are different schools and training, but I like to keep my elbows in towards the inner portion of my hips as I lift one leg off, and then the other side as well. There are other schools that teach where your elbows are directly underneath in towards the shins. Now there are different methodologies here, but I like to show different variations so that all levels can join in into crow. But regardless of where you are, even if you cannot lift your legs up, you can also still join by lifting your heels off the floor and then bringing it back down. And then perhaps you can experiment with lifting one leg off the floor while the other is on the floor, and then coming back down and then switching, right? So wherever you are, you can still partake in this exercise, or if you don't want to use your hips today, just continue on here and just practicing and just activating through the back, through the arms, and still getting a nice little exercise right here. So wherever you are, let's go ahead and continue on. Again, this is our last strengthening exercise here. And if you're already advanced and already know the drill, just holding into crow. Nice. Looking good, y'all. 5 more seconds here. Last full cycle of breath. And on your next exhalation, slowly coming into our deep squat back, opening the chest, and let's go ahead and release. Nice big stretch one side, right arm comes up, extension, and switch sides. Other side into extension, hips are nice and back, releasing through the tops of the hands, the shoulder, the back. All that good stuff. Let's do one more on each side, and also getting a nice little pelvis and hip stretch here. Or you can also do this without the hip portion and just focus on the arms in a standing variation. Nice. And let's go ahead and slowly bring your hands back into an interlace. And you can also do this in a standing if you want to come out of your deep squat now, but rounding the upper back slightly and just releasing here. Nice, looking good, y'all. Relaxing your head and the neck. Releasing through the back, the deep back muscles that work so hard for us today. Nice work. Last full cycle of breath here. And on your next exhalation, let's go ahead and bring your hands up nice and high. Collectively bring your hands back into our center. Thank you so much for joining this quick Yoga Sculpt class. I hope y'all enjoyed it. And if y'all have been following this series, y'all already know the drill. I will see y'all for day 7. Have a wonderful day. Bye, y'all.